There sure are a lot of words that can get us in trouble. How many words are in the English language? Over 171,000 words. There's over 47,000 words that we don't even use anymore, like overmorrow. I will be seeing you day after tomorrow. Lunting. Have you ever been guilty of lunting? Only if you've been walking down the street smoking a pipe. Are you a California widow? Have you been away from your husband too long? Have you ever been guilty of gloating? I hope not. It's disgusting. There are only 26 cuss words in the English language. Did you know that the average cusser will swear 90 times a day? I did that when the Groders came over. As a little boy, our favorite dinner was pizza. We'd have it about once a month. We'd all sit around the table. I'd count the number of people, then divide it by the number of slices. And I knew that if I ate faster than anyone else in the family, I could get 2, maybe 3 slices of pizza. And then the doorbell rang. I yelled, "Mom, don't answer it!" It was our friends. They always seemed to show up on pizza night. "Lock the door, Mom!" Mom would open the door. "Don't say it, Mom, don't say it. Would you like to join us for pizza?" "Oh, Mom said it." And the conversation went like this. "Oh, no, go ahead. We've already eaten." "Oh, well, maybe just a slice or 2." And my 3 pieces of pizza became 2. And then the doorbell rang again, and I'm eating as fast as I can. "Don't answer the door, Mom." "Would you like to join us for pizza?" "Oh, no, you go ahead. We've already eaten." "Oh, well, maybe just a slice." And if we didn't invite them, they'd stand there looking at us, silently hoping that we would invite them to our pizza feast. They were gloating because they were groters. The groters never did show up when we were having lima beans and liver. It was always on pizza night. So you know those 26 cuss words? I use them all up under my breath while I'm eating on my last piece of pizza, which sometimes was my only piece of pizza because of the groters. If I heard it once, I heard it 1,000 times. Jimmy, it's that mouth that's going to get you in trouble. Some say Mother was a prophet. I say it was a lucky guess. Well, maybe there was a time or two. Once, in a moment of romantic passion, I proposed on a first date. She accepted. The next morning, I was filled with more buyer's blues than when I bought a 1975 AMC Pacer. I called her up to break it off. I discovered her phone was disconnected. So I went to her apartment. Her roommates told me she fled in the night. Then I was a little PO'd. Then once in anger. Why do we have so darn much to say? It's like sometimes our mouths become parking lots for our feet. It doesn't have to be this way if we could just remember what Thumper said. Remember the baby rabbit in the Bambi movie? If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Remember that little saying? Well, I forgot about it at a basketball game. My granddaughter Adeline was the best player on the team. She had the worst coach on the planet. Late in the game, in a very close game, the coach benched my granddaughter. I was livid. I admit I was one of those kind of fans. So I walked around to the other side of the gym and I sat right by behind the coach. My blood was boiling, and I was going to coach the coach. Right after a timeout, when it was still quiet so that everybody could hear, I yelled, "Hey, coach, normally if you want to win the game, you don't bench your best player." I knew she heard me because she acted like she didn't hear me. My wife does that all the time. As a matter of fact, everyone in the gym heard me. My granddaughter turned around with this shocked look on her face like this. That's not my granddaughter, but that's what she was looking like. "Hey, Grandpa, I fouled out." "Oh, really?" That was a fresh, new perspective. Why do we have so darn much to say? Did you know that the average person will utter 16,000 words a day? Now, my wife, when she's nagging me, can get there by noon. In 75 years, that would be almost 450 million words with 2.5 million cuss words. Some of you have already reached that quota last November. You know, when they stole the election. Let me stop waxing political, okay? I'm 65 years old and I only have about 50 million words left over and I'm done. That's a scary thought. My wife said we will plan a celebration. Someone said on Judgment Day, we will have to give an account for every word we ever spoke. Huh. Wonder how long that's going to take. Recently, I had lunch with a friend who said he had just one New Year's resolution. Don't say anything unkind this year. Oh, really, I said. Well, what are you going to talk about? Politics, sports, and religion are all out. Even the weather nowadays creates bipolar opposites, if you know what I mean. I told my friend, you might as well duct tape the pie hole shut right now. Since then, I thought how my own relationships might change if I didn't say anything unkind. I'd probably end up like the Tin Man on The Wizard of Oz, whose mouth just froze up. That's a scary thought. My wife said, that would be a fresh new perspective. Remembering my friend's example and what Thumper said, I decided to take my own advice. So the next game, I walked in with a badge of humility. I duct taped my own pie hole shut. And I got to tell you, my blood pressure regulated. I calmly left the gym without even having to apologize. What changed? I changed. I didn't overreact. But when I ripped off the duct tape minus a pound of upper lip meat, I had a rash that lasted for a month. Every time I looked in the mirror, I could hear a gleeful mother say, "Jimmy, it's that mouth that's going to get you in trouble." Thanks, Mom. Imagine the CNN headline news if fake news and politicians remember what Thumper said. How about this? President Trump was invited back to the Capitol for a congressional picnic to reminisce with Nancy Pelosi, where a good time was had by all. Well, maybe we can't change the world, but kind words can change someone's world, like the coach, like my granddaughter, like my wife who was jabbing me in the ribs. Maybe there is someone in your world who needs to hear kinder words from you today. Kind words come in short sentences like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Please forgive me. I overreacted. I won't do that again. And I loves ya." Did you know if you said those three words, "I loves ya," Every day for the next 50 years, you'd only burn up about 55,000 words. And if you borrowed them from the naughty words, you'd still have over 2.45 millions of those dirty words left. So what are you waiting for? Kind words really do matter, regardless of how darn much we think we have to say. It really is like Thumper said. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. And if you can't remember that, at least remember the duct tape. Thanks for listening. If you like my stories, you know what buttons to push. Bye.